Mike,
Hey, how's
what's
it going?
up? Hello.
Hello, hello,
Hi,
hello.
dude. Hi, Morpheus.
Good morning, or evening, wherever you are.
Yes, good morning. Great. Let's um, let's give others a few minutes to join. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. Mike, how are we set on the YouTube front?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube, and I can see Zibber is commenting right now on YouTube. So shout out to Zibber, aka known sometimes as Zebra.
Yeah, that's so funny. It was like 2 months ago. Somebody called me Zebra. That's all right though. It's kind of a strange name, Zebar. Like people always ask. But that was it's been a gaming name for a couple years, so it just kind of stuck.
No worries, man. Hopefully, you don't mind me calling you Zebra at
Yeah,
times.
I don't. You've got a great memory. That's one thing about you. You got a lot of things going for you. Security conscious, very thorough. Mine like a steel trap. I don't know. I guess the list goes on.
No worries, Zebra.
Let's see what we can do. You whip up some Dune analytics magic. I don't know if you've been doing any of those pages lately, but I've kicked something over to you. We'd love to give you some more work.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We can definitely talk. I think I saw your messages. We can definitely talk after that. And I will
Perfect.
update the countdown for scale as well on Titanx Up.
Perfect. We love, a lot of people go there. They love it. They're going to be seeing Viper, Countdown, November. I don't even know how many launches are happening in November, but it's great you have that page. Literally, I don't know how we would function without the page. It wouldn't be as good. Google Sheets, we'd never be able to keep up with Google Sheets. Not at this point.
Give you my best.
Well, hello, everyone. James, I completely agree with you. The stats page, the Dunes Analytics, and Mike Dean's Titanx Hub really, it just simply forms the foundation. I'd say of what we do, and it would have just been very difficult to manage without without the information that's being presented by Mike Dean and Titanx. So, thanks to them. I think we'll now kick off. It's gone 5 minutes past the hour. Again, thanks everyone for joining. I see Mackenzie. I see DeFi Degen, Utah Crypto. Yep, Invisible, Skyfire. Well, thanks everyone for joining again. We are now kicking off our first Titanx Spaces since the conference, as in, our normal, going to return into our normal weekly spaces, and this is the first since the conference. The conference went really well, and I must say thanks again to everyone. Thanks to the community for pulling that off. I think to again all our hosts during the conference and our graphic designers. I must say again, thank you, everyone. Well, today I think we've got a lot to do. We really have a lot to squeeze in over the course of the next 2 hours. We have crossed a few milestones over the last week, and looking forward this month, I think as James was alluding to earlier, we really have a very, very busy month ahead. So, it will take the entire community to make this a really special a really special month. I think we're going to have our first stable coin launch this week, or at least, if not this week, next week. So as I understand it, it will be anytime from the 6th of November onwards. And so, yeah, they're certain important milestones that we definitely should look forward to. Now, you know that I normally start with the stats, the Titanx stats. I'm not going to dwell on that because that's to give time for our Build on Titanx founders to give a good update as to where things are with their various protocols. And of course, we need a decent amount of time to discuss as a community, where things are and any concerns, questions. And after that, we could, of course, look at rounding up. So good. I think the important thing to note is that things are going in the right direction with respect to Titanx distribution. We've got about 20.46% of all Titanx mined and claimed so far in liquid form, as in all Titanx ever mined and ever claimed. The portion of the pie that represents Titanx in circulation is just 20.46%. Let that sink in. It's huge. I take a look at that. Of course, the in terms of numbers, that's 43.5 trillion Titanx tokens. When you take a look at my Dean's Titanx hub, the upcoming projects in the pipeline, you have, I think you have, let me see again, because I check this, you've got 23 projects in the pipeline. A number of which we will have launched, launched this month. If you were to have on average a trillion token per protocol burnt or locked up, that will be about 23 trillion Titanx tokens. Now, that will take us to just 20 trillion tokens in circulation. If, of course, on average, the 23 protocols in the pipeline were to consume, on average, 1 trillion Titanx tokens each. Now, that is something to look forward to. This is not financial advice, of course, and of course the usual disclaimer applies. But you begin to sort of get a sense as to what is possible within this ecosystem when you take a look at the stats and you take a look at where things are. And so this time December, or second week of December, it will be interesting to see where things are. And November promises to be a very exciting month. I think I should really leave it there. I think the stats speak, the numbers are there, and we can all deduce for ourselves what it says or what it's saying to us. And yeah, so on that note, let's move on to Build on Titanx protocols. If you don't mind, I'd really like to kick off or start with a protocol that launched this sort of, I think during the conference, and that is bear with me again. That is Lotus. Did really well in terms of the consumption of Titanx tokens. If you look at the leaderboard, it's quite clear that this protocol really, ranks number 5, and it did really well. And I think what we had yesterday, I believe it was, with the payouts, was a glitch, and the funds are there, and you could see it on the blockchain. But of course, there were people, myself included, who staked, and we sort of were surprised at the behavior of the protocol. Well, it turns out that, of course, that there definitely was an error in the calculation of the payouts, staking payouts, and we have Rainman, who is trying to get ahead of this and has promised to make an announcement about this 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. UTC time. Now, I say this because I know it will crop up here, and I think in our usual manner, we like to deal with these things head on. I would rather us not have to dwell on it extensively. Of course, anyone is free to say whatever they want, any views they have, but I'd rather us really wait for the further details or news that Raymond will provide. There'll be ample time for us to, of course, discuss that, but I don't think that time is really now, and I really do think that given the feedback so far, it seems it can be fixed, as in the staking contract, because you have about 5 contracts in Lotus, the protocol itself, and so we're just talking about the staking payouts. So let's wait for that for more extensive discussion. In any event, the community is richer for the experience. Funds were not lost; they're there, as mentioned, and it seems that something would be done about that. About that incident yesterday with the payouts. On that note, folks, I'm going to have to hand over to our Build and Titanx builders to take us through their updates. I'll hand over to Mike to start with. Mike, over to you.
Hey, thank you very much. It's definitely once again on Sunday. Due to the time change, obviously, it's a bit earlier than expected, actually, because I just saw it. I was like, damn, okay, we changed the time again. That's why it's a bit 1 hour earlier on my end here currently. But nevertheless, I have some few things here. One is obviously regarding Matrix. So I got the design back a few days ago from the designer. So that's the final design, and looking great. As you know me, I like clean design, and everything is sorted. So really like the design. And I started also doing the first page is done. I'm working on some few other pages as well. And soon enough, this testing will begin, obviously. So before we start going to the audits, obviously, but we want to just get everything done, do some few testing, few days first, and then we can start going to the audits soon. But I will let you guys know how things are going. But the design is great, the pages are looking great as well, so really looking forward to show that at some point. But just working hard on the back end here and trying to make just one step at a time, just have to push it through. And obviously, one of the big topics today is obviously regarding Lotus. And I think from my point of view, I think we just rather wait until the update comes later on. There must be a reason why the update is going to be done. I mean, I think on the Telegram group it's 8 p.m. UTC, so some few hours. And then we're just gonna know more. I'd rather not speculate right now about anything really, but yeah, let's just the team work this out, and they will basically get back to us and just tell us what is going on. As far as I can see, the funds are still there, so funds are safe. It seems to me like, from my point of view currently, but without any speculation, let's probably just wait for the team to come back and give us more information, because that will make more sense, because they know exactly what's going on. And I think they're going through this also, potentially maybe with the auditors as well. Can you mute Vision, please? Yeah, thank you. So I mean, that's that for now. And probably lastly, I want to talk about, obviously, about Titanx Premium. I really want to thank all the new subscribers who are coming in this week. We got a shout out from Joe Paris in one of his videos. Titanx Premium was mentioned, and I really, really appreciate Joe Paris that he mentioned us on his video. He's also one of the subscribers, by the way, so he's using that too. So shout out to Joe Paris, and thank you definitely for the shout out. And that's pretty much from me on this side. I would just want to let the others talk as well. Have a good one. Thank you. And we're still live on YouTube, by the way, guys.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot. James, over to you.
All right. There's a lot to talk about, but I don't want to monopolize it, so I'm going to just summarize. And I do invite you to stop by the Telegram to ask your questions. So the first thing that is an update, it's come out obviously on Twitter. And if you were listening at the very beginning, Mike Dean said he's going to put the countdown on Titanx Hub. So we are launching on November 5th at 5 p.m. UTC. So that's going to be a little bit middle of the night for me over here, but that is, we've seen that works well for most of the world. So we're going to stick with that one. And another thing that anyone who is following Scale knows about is the snapshot. So Baby Dragon X holders, Dragon X holders, or Dragon X hybrid NFT holders would qualify for some minting bonus. And it could be, even a small amount of BDX or Dragon X. You still got, just a small 1.5% or so. So the snapshot was already taken. We announced this at least a month and a half ago, probably almost 2 months ago, that there was going to be a snapshot. The snapshot was taken on November 1st at, let me get the numbers right here, 16:28 UTC. Let me just verify that number there just really, really quickly. And it was all based on the numerology, So the snapshot was already taken, and we've got the mint page live. Now, due to our web dev has not come online yet, if you go to the main page of Baby Dragon X, you'll say, well, I don't see anything about Scale. Where's Scale? Where is it? You said it's here. So what you have to do for now is you have to hit the Buy and Burn tab on the main page, and then you'll get to see Scale. Now we're going to fix that. We're going to make sure that it's a little bit more clean, but everything on the back end is held by one dev, and then the front end main page is a different dev, and they just we literally just made it live 2 hours ago. So you're going to be able to put a wallet address, any wallet address, whether it's yours or someone else's. You're going to be able to copy and paste the wallet into a box where it says Scale minting bonus. So you'll be able to see how much additional Scale will I get. I mint with Titanx, or I can mint with Ethereum, and then I'll get my Scale. The countdown is already live, so you can see the countdown currently on the website. I think we're going to probably just pause with that one because a lot of people want to talk. We want to leave plenty of time for questions. We do invite you in to the Telegram. We have not only the main Telegram, the BDX one, but we've created a topic underneath that one called Scale, so you can ask all your really specific things at Scale. So I was taking a look at some numbers. We've done a 37x off of initial launch, and we've done something like a 75, 80x off of where we sat in there at some all-time lows. So not financial advice. No, we don't know what will happen. However, we created scale specifically to be very powerful for Baby Dragon X. 35% buy and burns. 11% of the mint goes to create hydro miners. Got reflections in here. There's a tax token. The tax can be adjusted. That's an admin key. I can't wait for Mike Dean to dive into those admin keys. So based on DAO votes, the reflections can be increased for anywhere from a minimum 1.5% up to 6%. I think most people that are holding scale will probably want to keep it at 6, but you never know. It is crypto. We will run it through the DAO, and there'll be votes and all that type of thing. So I think I've covered probably the main pieces. We're very excited. This is a fairly complex protocol. We had the same auditors as Element 280 and one of the same devs. And even though Element 280 has a lot going on, beautiful NFTs and 28-day period and a lot of LPs, scale is kind of on the same level of sophistication. So it's going to be really interesting to see what we do. We're doing things that haven't been done yet. We're doing the reflections and some other things there, and using smart contracts to start other smart contracts. Starting hydro miners, by the way, will be a publicly called function, and there will be claim bonuses, claim rewards. So if you actually claim a hydro miner, the rewards will be anywhere from 0.3%, and we can crank that up to 5%. I doubt we'll ever have to crank it that high, but we want to give a nice range there. That is also an admin key. So like I said, we're doing some different things here. Baby Dragon X, we like to innovate. We like to try to, push the envelope, get out there, create a lot of value. And we're already in talks with another founder in Titan Hub ecosystem about a collaboration. More to come on that in probably a couple weeks, but let's get through scale. Come on over, stop in, grab you some scale. Use your Titanx, use your Ethereum, get your little piece. If you look back at Baby Dragon X, there were probably just 60 participants. Everyone did extremely well. People have done well, even if they come in the past couple, 2 months or so. So take a look at scale, evaluate it. The white paper is completely up to date. Can't wait to stream with Mr. Mike Dean. We did a stream with Calum. We did a stream with the Mo. We are giving out 88 million Titanx per prize. I would love to give out 5, 10 on Mike Dean's stream because he gets a lot of views. So if we have a lot of people in the stream, it's gonna be a lot of Titanx given out there for either good questions asked by Mike or maybe some trivia questions asked by me. So thanks for the time, everybody, and we're really excited for November 5th. See ya.
Thanks a lot, James. Thanks for the update. Dude, over to you.
Hey, everybody. I've got 3 projects I'd like to run through super fast, starting with the first, Helios. We received our 369 payout, and because of Element 280, we got a nice little boost in our share of the staking rewards. And our buy and burn is running. So swing on by and click that burn button. And as far as Giannis goes, we have currently over $500,000 in rewards able to be earned through our LP promo. Please swing by the Telegram and or check out the white paper for more information on that. And Element 280. Oh, come on, let me click it. We've got minting. It's ending in 5 days, 20 hours. So if you're not sure about Element 280, you've still got another 5 days to look into the white paper, jump in our Telegram, ask all the questions to see what it's about. And then after that, minting is forever closed. We start the next phase of cap supply and deflationary. We just had another payout. We have weekly payouts in Element 280 every Sunday morning, and we just touched 1 million in USD on this last payout. I think the final number was around 950K or so, and that is in 1 week of rewards. So that was beautiful to pay out to the community, to all the NFT holders. We also saw a massive increase in NFT minting last night, obviously in preparation of this weekly payout. And we will likely see that again. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you've got 6 days left, and then from then on out, it's if you want an NFT, you're gonna have to get it on the secondary market, whether it's on Titan Legends or OpenSea or whatever your preferred marketplace is. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. The stats page are looking beautiful. 39% of Element 280 is already burned. Our buy and burn is sitting on 2.6 trillion Titanx. So let's get it. And I'll be around if anybody's got any additional questions. Thanks.
Thanks, dude. That's really, really exciting times for Element 280. Morpheus, over to you.
Good morning. Yeah, I cannot believe that for me being an ever NFT skeptic, I finally got some NFTs, and it's only because of Element 280. I really love this innovation of using something that is supposedly no tech and make it tech. That's freaking amazing. So we have a narrative that stuck along in the last cycle, went away because people don't see any utility in an NFT. And then the Titanx community comes along and she says, you know what? Let's make some utility on something that supposedly has no utility. This community is freaking amazing. I literally cannot keep up. I've been in crypto for 8 years, and I think I got it all figured out. But my land, that this goes quick. Shout out to everybody in the Titanx community. You're all freaking amazing.
Great. Any updates on Morpheus? So do you want to do with the launch? And
yeah, we're really excited. I mean, we reached 2 trillion Titanx into the minting phase, which is just mind-boggling to me. And the only reason we got there is because of this amazing community. So hats off to all you guys. We still have like 8 days to go. It's been a wild ride. We're working hard on the aggregator, hoping to have that all done by Christmas. So hopefully we get a nice Christmas present in the Titanx community and get a centralized place where we can get our coins and keep as much economic energy within the Titanx ecosystem as possible. I know it's hard to get these final percentage points of efficiency within the system, but hey, if you don't go for the small things, then what are we even doing? So yeah, let's freaking go.
Great. That's well said. I think if we are an ecosystem, which we are, I think, and a DeFi ecosystem at that, I think we should have all the aspects or the major aspects of DeFi in our ecosystem. And so we have, as we've said in the past, we've got the various verticals of DeFi. We're already in the system. We're expecting the stable coin and the lending and borrowing platform to go live anytime from the 6th of this month. We have our decentralized asset managers here with the farms Titanx Farms, and with Element 280, we have MemeFi, which is a term that has been coined within this ecosystem. And so, really, yes, the aggregator DEX, or DEX, is really that missing. It's a missing piece that I think once we get into the ecosystem will really make us a more complete ecosystem. So thanks for that. Bibi, over to you. Bibi, I don't know if you could hear me, or if you can hear me. Anyway, we're going to have to move on to Steve. Bibi is building a layer 2 on Lotus, I believe. And this would be his first, opportunity to take us through at a high level what he's doing. Oh, you're back.
Guys,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Here.
Great. Over to you.
Hey, hi. I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm going to keep it really short here, guys. My name is BB. I'm a utility maxis. I love utility. I love what everyone is building right now. It's really amazing. I just love to see that the community is very, very active. Me, myself in particular, I'm not married to any particular coin. I'm working on an L2 for Lotus, and I think a lot of people just kind of put me in a box. So I do want to say that Lotus is not the only thing that I'm working on. I do have some pretty amazing developments coming from that area. As you know, some of you guys know, I did launch an app chain for Lotus. Most people, they'll refer to it as a layer 2, but I refer to it as an app chain, where whatever Lotus is doing, it should be able to create its own network effect. At the same time, it lives on the Ethereum mainnet, where the value is actually deriving from. The value from Ethereum mainnet is going to transfer directly to the Lotus layer 2. There's nothing extra that needs to be done. So I just want the community to know that I'm working on some really great things for every project in the ecosystem. I have to do really, really deep research to figure out what would help each project to make each one just that much more fun. That's what I'm here. I'm here for the fun, guys. So my DM is open. My Telegram is open. Any questions, just reach out to me, guys. And good luck with all your launches coming up.
Thanks a lot, Bibi. I think yes, there may very well be questions after the builders updates segment. So do hang around to for the next segment. And I do have a question or two on what you're building. Steve, over to you.
Hello. Can you hear me okay? Planning.
Loud and clear. Yes.
Good. Wow, BB, sounds amazing. Exciting stuff. What you're doing, phenomenal. I want to say big congrats to Morpheus. Launched, I can't believe it was just less than a week ago that they launched. So big congrats. I know a lot of the team. I know Vibra. I speak to them often. Brandon came from Pulse Chain. Amazing what they're doing and their vision. So big congratulations on their launch. Vault. Big news is that 29% has been burnt, and we've been going for like 37 days, which is really cool. The news for me is I've decided to focus on 3 pillars. Okay, 3 is a lot. Even 1 is a lot, but 3 is a lot. The rest are ready. They're in the top pocket, in the right time, in the right place. I introduce them, so stay tuned. But right now, I'm just going to focus on 3 major communities. DragonX, Hyper, and the Bull. Inferno. So 3's a lot. I'm going to focus on 3. It's my energy can be focused on those, because even 1 is a lot to release, but there's going to be 3 this month. The first Viper this Friday. It's Dragon X needed for input. The third audit finishes in a couple of days. There's 0 issues in the third audit, and it's the same mechanism as Vault. But an 8-day distribution, limited supply, perpetual auction. Yet there's this Nexus buy wheel that I've introduced. It's that you look under the hood, and it's this really, really cool mechanic of a buy wheel. I had an amazing show with Mike Dean just a couple of days ago. Got some really good feedback, because some people who didn't understand the Nexus buy wheel understood it after Mike Dean's amazing questions. And you know how precise Mike Dean is, and he went really, really precise, which was fantastic. And I had loads of people saying this is a brilliant one to understand. So if you want to understand the Nexus buy wheel, but in simple terms, it's just 100%. It's just buying between 3 coins. So Viper, we're the testing is good, the audits are good. We're scheduled for this Friday on the 8th, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm focusing on 3 this month. So that's what I got. I'm brilliant to hear what's going on in the community and say thanks for the time, man.
Thanks a lot, Steve. As always, we're looking forward to the 3 protocols that you will be launching this month. I think that is ambitious, but of course we had previously even a more ambitious plan. I think taking it as sort of the scaled down approach that you've adopted definitely makes sense, and these are huge strides. So that you're making as a sub ecosystem, and that we're making as an ecosystem as well. And so definitely looking forward to the 8th this Friday and beyond. Morpheus, over to you. Yes.
Yeah, I would love to chime into what Steve was saying. I want to highlight how this community operates. So we did Morpheus, and literally within days, Steve decided that it needed to be part of the pillars. We didn't ask for it. He didn't tell us. He just built it. And all of a sudden, we have to find out through a picture that we're actually now having a Morpheus pillar called Zion built by Steve. And I think we should emphasize these things more. I know, love dogs. It's just amazing to see how everybody is just constantly supporting one another to make sure that everything is solidified for the future. It's freaking amazing.
Absolutely. And I think the innovation that Steve has brought, not just to the Titanx ecosystem, but to the entire industry, is great. And we'll continue to see the use of this approach to battle inflation, to give value to protocols. We'll continue to see this in time to come. I think what we see, even though, of course, Titanx, the base of Titanx is really is DeFi, but you need this foundation in any vertical of the crypto industry. You need a base that can retain value. Once you sort that out, you can build anything on it and make it viable. And so we are really in the trenches, so to speak, and the innovation going on here is extraordinary. So yes, Morpheus, I completely agree with you, and I think Steve is definitely. I mean, his work rate is incredible. Definitely. Okay, I think again, this is our builders segment, and we're now wrapping up. I see the Verse. I see Vibra Finance, Brandon. Of course, we've got kind of other builders in the house who are listening in. But of course, there will be an opportunity to say something and contribute as we go along. So now we're opening up for everyone, all of us, community to contribute, raise questions, comments, concerns. This is our time. Okay, I think we have Vision here, and then we can move on to Juan. And again, if anybody has any, if you have any questions for our builders here, please come up.
Yes, guys, good morning. Are you listening okay?
Yes, but I think there's a bit of noise in the background there that is sort of threatening to drown out your voice. I don't know if you could...
Let me move around here.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yes, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah, guys, I'm very happy to be here, talk to you. And I would like to express my thoughts on decentralization. That's why we are here. And on that point, I see you wanna. I love the way you guys doing the Titanx and all the projects, but let's decentralize the problems as well. Let's not hold. We all come from centralized jobs, let's say, or positions, and we got decentralize the problems, not just the profits, or not just the systems or the code. Let's decentralize the problem as well, so the solution gonna come really fast. Whatever it is, it's gonna be thousands of people work on that problem. The solution gonna be a split second. That's how I found the problem on Lotus. If I believe I did, not that I am a dev, but I'm just a curious guy, gonna keep researching for the solution. So I love to be here. It's a pleasure. I never found anything else besides this. I have been in this business for a long time. You name it, I've been there. Bitcoin, Ethereum, or all the other chains. So that's what I would like to say today, and appreciate you guys' work. It's amazing. Let's keep it going. Okay, I'm so excited to be here, but let's share the problems. We're gonna find a solution together.
Great.
I appreciate it. Hey, also, guys, if you would like, if you would like to see what I found, check my profile, and if you give me a follow, I'll definitely gonna keep researching. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Vision. Your comments are definitely well noted. I would say just as a general comment, I mean, Vision is making definitely a very invaluable contribution there, but I think we can detract from the value we bring if we're not heard. And so I think, Vision, I would really want you to really either set out in a tweet how you think we can decentralize problems, just to use your term. To either do, kind of set it out in a tweet, or maybe kind of when you have less noise in the background, you can come back up and explain how you propose that to be done. For one, I know that our there's a very collaborative culture between our builders and community here, and so I think that is happening. But you know, I think if it can be improved upon, which, you know, definitely there's always room for improvement, then we would want definitely to hear you. Good. Juan, over to you. Juan, can you hear me? Okay. We're going to move on, Juan. Oh, okay. You're here now. So can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I'm more listening than I can talk.
Oh, great. Oh, I see. Okay. Now, yeah, the floor is open. So if anybody has anything to say or to contribute at this time, please do feel free to come up and raise your question or make your comment. We're all ears. Would like to really like to hear from you. I think in the meantime, whilst we're waiting, a couple of I'd like to make a couple of comments. K-Flow, who is a community member, has built a website on you know, what is Titanx ecosystem, and he's put in his time. He's done this again. This is for free, and he has, I think, produced a tool that will be very useful for onboarding new people. And we've wanted this to happen. We've wanted to have a basic a tool that people could use to inform themselves about Titanx, get the basics. And so I will be circulating a link to the website. I think probably some of us probably already have access to it, but I'll be circulating the link during the week. And please do visit the website, give your comments. It has pretty much the basics of you know, of Titanx. We've got, I think, a couple of videos embedded in the website that some of us probably are aware of, and I think it is a useful tool. I think you know, those of us who are regulars are probably know K-Flow, and so I like to give K-Flow a shout out and say thank you very much. I think it was about 3 or 4 spaces ago, K-Flow came up and did mention that he was working on a website as well, and that he was, you know, he was wrapping it up. So that's that news there. I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see. The verse is up. Yeah. The verse. Can I hand over to you? I'll pause on the rest of what I had for now. Good.
Yes, sir.
Over to you.
Can you hear me, my man? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Yes.
Awesome. Wi-Fi is a green day. Good stuff, man. So, guys don't know, my name's Chris. I'm a shitcoin maxi. I love meme coins, and I run around and do a lot of dumb stuff on the blockchain. But all jokes aside, I was just checking the charts today, and it seems like there's a lot of fear in the market, and it has a lot to do with the election. So I just want to throw this out here that over the course of the next few days, once we get clarity on we have a potential interest rate cut next week. And also we have a couple other bullish catalysts with the Titanx ecosystem, from you know, the V2 buy and burn to the Dragon X being implemented. So there's a lot of exciting things to that are going to be coming in. So the big thing I just want to say is, you know, the market could potentially get cooking next week or the following week, but I think overall there's a positive outlook in November. So these types of days, man, I won't worry about it too much. Start positioning yourself and get ready, not financial advice. And then as for all this stuff, you know, I saw a lot of people saying stuff on about Lotus on Twitter and whatnot. You know, one of the biggest things I'll say is, you know, sometimes stuff happens and things go south, let the team work on fixing the issue and just let these things play out, because ultimately I honestly think that there's going to be a positive outcome, and attacking the team all at once is probably not going to be the best bet, because ultimately I do think it's a great protocol, just a few issues, and I think it will work itself out. So I just want to throw that out there. And then lastly, just want to say, I know Mike Dean's been skipping leg day, so I'll be putting out change.org document. And if you guys want to sign it so Mike Dean will stop skipping leg day, then we can do some change in the world. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you later.
Oh, thanks a lot, the verse. I think I have nothing else to add to what you've just said.
Those are false
Brandon,
accusations. False accusations with the leg day skipper.
Brandon, over to you.
Gentlemen, how are we doing on this beautiful Sunday morning here? I'm excited to let everybody know that I will be streaming with Eric here at 3 Eastern. So that's about 3 hours and 6 minutes from now. It will be on my channel. I think Eric's going to post it out. I'll post it out too. But generally, extremely excited for everything moving forward. I think that if you've positioned yourself so far at this point in the market cycle, interest rates are coming up next week in the United States. Things seem to be trending pretty bullish. I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet with regards to some of these financial issues here that we've been seeing for the past 3 or 4 years, but I think we're almost out. So congratulations, guys. Do not let people FUD you out of your positions. Now is the right time to stack, whatever it may be. And just understand that you're playing a long game. One thing that I have noticed is that the Titanx community has attracted a whole lot of people from broader Ethereum that really don't understand the tenets and the pillars of delayed gratification, which really works. I'm a testament to that. So it's very important for us to, help teach and kind of rewire these people's brains to set them up to be successful long run. I think that's important. So I'm very excited about Morpheus. Before Morpheus, I also want to echo what the verse was saying, guys. Decentralized finance it's difficult. Okay. You can get audits, you can check everything, check all the boxes, you can come to the market, and there's just stuff that sometimes you don't see. Now, the determination has to be made as to whether or not it's nefarious or not nefarious. I don't get the impression whatsoever that anything that happened with Lotus is nefarious. And just shout out to the project builders here. It might be Lotus one day, and they're doing everything that they can to make it right, and they're going to make it right. But it could be any of our projects the next day. That's actually the reality of the situation. So maybe approach some of these issues with grace, because not everything, believe it or not, is a scam. And I know that's the first place that people go to. So shout out to the Lotus guys for trying to stand in the gap here and get things fixed up. Looking forward to those fixes. So in terms of Morpheus, extremely excited about Morpheus. Obviously, it's been put out to the community at this point that we are building a DEX aggregator that is going to be Titanx specific. For obviously for legal purposes, I'm not going to say what exactly that DEX aggregator is going to do, but I'm pretty sure that there are some smart people in here that might be able to fill in some blanks potentially. But the purpose of this DEX aggregator is to capture financial energy that you would otherwise have paid Uniswap, or you would have paid some other aggregator or some other decentralized exchange. We want to capture that and keep it within the ecosystem here. So that's really the purpose. We are in full development. We have been in full development since about 2 weeks before we announced it, which was right around the Morpheus launch the day before. And we are taking all the necessary, they're actually asking and soliciting for any advice or any suggestions about how to best serve the community from all the smartest people around here. And that's important. You know, I'm not going to sit here and think that I'm the smartest person in the room because, you know, statistically speaking, I'm probably not. So we want to get the best input from everybody. In terms of the Morpheus launch, pretty stoked about this, guys. We are on cycle 6. We're doing a sprint mint. There's 14 cycles. Each cycle is 1 day. At this point, 1 Titanx equals 0.8 Morpheus. And currently, at this point, we 379 trillion Titanx, which is quite exciting. Next, we've got crossed a pretty cool threshold yesterday. We have 1.473% of Morpheus has been burned permanently. What's also quite interesting here is that our engagement bonus, which is if you mint Morpheus with Titanx, you get to go into this this bonus, this giveaway, this reward for minting your Morpheus here. That amount is now up to 203 billion Titanx. Looks like based on current market prices, that's totaling approximately $209,000, which is quite interesting. So the way that this will work is after the mint phase is done, we will take as much time as possible to get everything in order. We're going to use Chainlink's VARF to be able to create 10 verifiably random hashes that will correlate with some spreadsheets that we're going to send out to the community. Prior to picking those winners, there will be 10 winners that will split 10% of the total Titanx. And just disclosure-wise, guys, it's important for you to know that you should not be minting Morpheus with the expectation that you're going to win anything. Okay? Very important. The odds are stacked against you. You're probably not going to win. You're a small fish and about all that stuff. You guys understand that. Just want to put that out there. This is a reward simply for based on, you know, participating with Morpheus. Very important there. And our buy and burn is kicking right now. Looks like whoever controls the OA wallet for the buy and burn has it set at around 1%. And there's approximately $1.42 million worth of Titanx in that buy and burn wallet. So, you know, I think that everybody, again, positioned where you are right now in the crypto cycle, based on everything that we've seen, based on a lot of metrics that we're seeing in the market, the charts, etc. You guys are well positioned, really, with any project that you're participating here within Titanx. And I'm very excited to continue to push the ball forward and provide support and infrastructure in any way I can, anywhere where I see opportunity to do so, moving even beyond the aggregator as well. So thank you very much for allowing me on stage here. Ladies and gentlemen, really appreciate it. Stoked for everybody. Let's teach these people right DeFi. Let's teach them how to do it correctly so they don't wreck themselves and they actually have a good experience with crypto. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Brandon, as always. And yes, very good comments there. I would I definitely second that. I will like to mention just to add your point on grace. Fact is, yeah, as long as the builders are, you know, have good intentions. Again, to second your point, have followed the ethos, and things go wrong. I think as a community we can rally and find solutions together, and to give that space and grace, of course, for the builders to come up with solutions and hopefully fix the problem. And so, please, I mean, for everyone, and this is why these disclaimers are very important and that we must take them very seriously. You take a look at the Mike Dean's Titanx, Titanx Hub. this is not a Bible. I think we need to approach this from the standpoint that we have the responsibility to do do our own due diligence. We have to recognize that if we enter into any of these protocols, that there's a real risk of financial loss. And that is really important. I think that needs to be re-emphasized. And just before I move on and hand over to Mask, I think this is a good point to mention. We've had a whole year of great things within the Titanx ecosystem, however you slice it. But we've also mentioned, particularly in the last couple of months, that there are challenges ahead that we're definitely going to have to confront and face if we're going to build a foundation that will last not just this cycle, but 2-3 cycles. So, 5 years, 10 years. And I think one aspect of the foundation that we're building has to be governance. More on that later. But I would mention this. We've talked about how do we raise funds for marketing? How do we raise funds for pushing the message out there? And I'd suggested some time ago about having, of course, donations from protocols, of course, from community members. I think someone mentioned the setting up a wallet for that, so that protocols can actually make that contribution direct, even when they are during their launch phase. I checked with a lawyer, perfectly okay. Just want to make that sure, and I'm one myself, but I get a double checked. Got to make it very clear. I think we've got to be intentional about this. I think Steve and Vibra Finance have talked about this party token that would be a way of raising funds to bring community closer together, to attend conferences. I think we're spread all around the world as a community. So I think we can get people who can go out there and represent us and push this message intentionally. So even if it is within that context, a foundation, if you like, a Titanx foundation, is formed as a separate legal entity, intentional, separate from the Titanx ecosystem, so not separate from Titanx protocol itself, so standing on its own, but made very clear in all the wording that would need to be, kind of drafted and communicated to the public. Very similar to what you have Ethereum Foundation or Bitcoin or Cardano Foundation, a foundation there that really is there pushing the interest, marketing, doing the sort of things that we're talking about here, governance. And let me just finish up with this. With what Mike Dean was able to do when we were just 5 tokens, where he was able to go through the code of each of these protocols. You compare that to when we were just 5 protocols, it was easy to do. But when you look at when you look at where we are today, where we have 19 protocols, including Titanx, that have gone live, we've got in the pipeline, as we mentioned earlier, we've got 23 protocols. It is simply not possible to get this done on the basis that we've operated on over the last year. So if we really want these protocols to, if we want to have a bit more scrutiny on these protocols, even after they've done their audits and so on, I think from a governance perspective, we really have to come to decide what do we expect? What's the expectation? Even after the protocols have followed the Titanx ethos, how do we really, for ourselves, verify? What sort of tools do we do that? Should we say, for instance, a Titanx foundation with a budget funded by the community and protocols that's able to say, okay, we can get really good developers in India, for instance, get that we approve on a list. And whenever these protocols come along and they said, hey, we've done X, Y, Z, you can easily say, okay, fine. You know what? You fan this out to the protocol to say your developers in, say, for instance, India. It doesn't just have to be India. It could be any developer in any priced correctly anywhere in the world, and say, take a look at this. And you need to provide a report that the community can digest. So everyone can go there, could go to this, portal and say, okay, hang on a minute. This is a summary of what the audit says. This is a summary of what the Titanx Foundation has put forward. Again, disclaimers would apply. But I think you would actually have this extra bit of quality control that could help the community as a whole and builders. That is probably something for the future. That would be something that we would be doing as a community that, of course, the rest of crypto could look at and say, okay, you know what? Yeah, self-regulation is something we've talked about in this industry for years, but haven't been able to put in practice. But the Titanx ecosystem has managed to do so and continues to refine. And so that's the point I needed to make. I think it's something that I really wanted to say. I've said it. I think on that note, it seems Mask has dropped off. I think probably will come back on again. But yes, these are things we need to start thinking about. I think the basis for doing this, we definitely have that basis in front of us. And I think with the what Steve DeFi and Vibra Finance we're putting together can form the foundation of this DeFi. Let us do it properly. If we have to do it, let us do it properly, and set a good example. Good. I see that who's back? I mean, was that Mas coming back? Okay, I don't think he's. No. Okay. Anyway, that's enough from me on that point.
Yeah, he's got his hand up.
Okay, has he?
Yeah, ask him up. See if he can come up here. Mask. Go ahead.
Correct, Mask. Over to you. I can't see him from my end, but Mask, if you're up.
I think he dropped down. Come on up, Mask. Go ahead and ask to come up.
Yeah, Mask, you can come up. Let's hear from you. Okay, let's wait for him to come up. If anybody has,
what do you think? So I'll
much better.
You asked me how decentralize the problems. So we just need to be more transparent. Go out there and say, hey guys, we had a problem. The money is there. Nobody took it. Nobody exploited the contract. So the money is there. Was a problem with the payment. I mean, I'm talking about Lotus. So that way, everybody will feel better. Nobody gonna go desperate. Oh, what's going on? We have some people some people gonna exploit that. They're gonna say, oh, something wrong, corruption, this and that. So we gotta be transparent. Well, guys, the contract fucked up. So that's it. Nobody done anything wrong. So that would be much better, because at the end, guys, is everybody money. It's decentralized, right? Everybody money. So we gotta be honest, put the gains put out there, the profits put out there, but the promise put out there as well, right? We're gonna share the problems, we're gonna share the profits. Decentralized.
Okay, good point. Okay, I think there's nothing to dispute there. I think we will agree on that completely. We should all work as a community. I think there's something about the Titanx community where you do have the community and builders really working together and practicing DeFi in a way that we haven't, for most of us, of course. I mean, we haven't witnessed. And so yes, I think the sentiment, we agree with your sentiment. That's really it. we need to work out how this will look going forward, because our current way allows us, and as I mentioned, we're very collaborative, but we have to look whether there are better ways of doing things. So definitely we have to focus on this, and any ideas on how to implement this from anyone in the community would be most welcome. Great. Johnny, over to you.
Yeah, hey, can everybody hear me?
Loud and clear. Thanks. You can go ahead.
Thank you. No, I just wanted to kind of elaborate just a little bit, just as far as, what's going on with Lotus, and obviously being an investor and been here through day one. It's nice to see, well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of anxious people that are going to be waiting for the 8 p.m. UTC call. But I wanted to reiterate, being part of the community and seeing how all the builders, and of course people are anxious, but the builders really stepping up and saying, listen, you know what, this is DeFi, and you know what, stuff can be overlooked at, and the funds are still there. Everybody can verify that on contract and everything like that. So which is because if this had happened 6 months ago, you could imagine how fragile this would have been. And it's nice to see how strong this community can go and lend an arm to one another, especially giving the builders the benefit of the doubt, because this ecosystem, regardless of what happens with Lotus, and I'm hoping everything's going to work out, we're stronger as a community than just one single identity. And of course it's gonna, but the thing is, like I said, I just wanted to just touch on that. This ecosystem is strong, and it's and like I said, it's real nice to see the builders stand behind somebody. They know what, the people behind the scenes and stuff like that. So let it just play out, and we'll go from there. And that's all I have to say.
Grant, thanks again, Johnny. That's well said. I think we could, Vishen, I don't know if you could thank you. Yes, we all can benefit from the experiences that, good and bad, that our builders experience. And so, and I think the tight knit community that we have has really been extraordinary. And I don't need, honestly, I am not stressing this point, just for the sake of it. Over the course of this, last 12 months, it's just been, it's extraordinary. We haven't had any real, any major incident that has caused any significant losses, and there's a lot going on here. The one incident we had mid-year or thereabout, which again, you had a bug in the code. The builders just returned I think it was about anywhere between 95 to 98% of the funds to all the participators or the contributors to that protocol. And you can really only achieve this where you've built this level of bond between the community and builders, and where the builders are really from the community, supported by the community. DeFi, by the community and for the community. And here again, we've got with Flux. Yes, okay. One of the contract seems to have either a bug in it, or simply these calculations were not done correctly. Whatever the reason is, we do have here again the community. We have the builders working to make sure that the community doesn't suffer loss, making sure that what we have going as a broader Titanx ecosystem, the spirit of it is maintained. I think, well, Flux, to be frank with you, did, as we all know, did really well out of the gate. And I must say, let's give this some time. Let's of course, again, wait just a few hours. We will have the announcement. But also bear in mind, you look at Ethereum itself, started off, had a hack occur. Again, Lotus did not have Lotus did not have a hack, definitely not. But I mean, Ethereum had a hack, and I know a lot of people who thought that was the end of it, particularly when Vitalik decided to fork the Ethereum code, his code, of course, and set up a new Ethereum in order not to benefit those who had hacked and stolen funds from the community. There were those who said, well, this is DeFi immutable, and decided to stay. They became Ethereum Classic and stayed with the old protocol, but Vitalik moved with the newly forked Ethereum, which we know today as Ethereum.
Same thing would happen with Bitcoin too, Plan A.
Correct.
186 billion Bitcoin the first time, 6 billion found the second time, but none of the Bitcoin maximalists like to talk about that. But yeah, just that includes your point.
But sir, bring back to our system. We gotta be careful because we're going too fast. Let me tell you, we're going too fast.
Let me finish. Let me just finish the point.
Every day. No, let me, sir. That's what I'm saying. You don't let me talk. You say it's open, but can I talk 10 seconds?
Go ahead.
So, sir, the point is we're going too fast. Okay, we're going too fast. We have one project every 2 days. How can you guys say you have 3 audits? That's not true. That's not serious. I found this bug with 10 seconds using GPT. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's be honest here. We're going too fast. People are trying to accumulate Titanx before the hyperdeflation. Let's be honest, okay? We're not playing here. I know which game we are playing here, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. You're going too fast.
Vision. Let me back you up here. It's not one team that's putting out 17 protocols. That's important to point out too, right? So, what's your definition of going too fast? Are you indicating that we have multiple teams that are trying to get their code out too quickly, or one team that's trying to get multiple protocols out too quickly?
Exactly. That's why you're having simple mistakes. That's why. And
could those mistakes have been avoided if they went through the proper channels? Hold on, Vision. Hold on. They go through the proper channels and they spend thousands of dollars for these audits, and these aren't caught. Who is that an issue to you or no?
Yes, send to me. I do for free. I spend $20, 10 seconds.
Yeah, that doesn't work that way. I think that I understand your frustration. I see where you're coming from, but it's much more in depth and complicated than that, Vision. So I just wanted to point that out for everybody else listening.
ChatGPT disagree because he done in 10 seconds and said the problem is the 8 day.
Interesting. So, yep. So, I guess you brought that to the attention of that team, correct?
I tweets, put Lotus, put everything. So
if you found an exploit with ChatGPT, did you bring that to the attention of the team?
Sir, I done what I could.
It's very simple, yes or no. That's all I want to know.
I'm telling you, I tweet. I done what I could to spread.
Did you talk to the team directly if that was an issue?
I don't have the direct access.
Okay. So there's a problem here that you are saying that you found an exploit, and I'm just pointing this out. This is weird logic. However, you didn't contact the team that you found the exploit about ChatGPT, correct?
Is it my fault? That's what I'm saying.
That is your,
I
if
found it.
you are the senior man with the secret, yeah. If you didn't bring that
I
to their,
publish,
if
man.
you actually did and you're not fudding, that's my point.
Hey, listen, I don't talk about big things here, okay? If you want to talk about little
No,
bullshit,
you can
that's fine.
try to gloss over this, but I need you to be intellectually honest with all these people in here. And I don't like people playing these games. So you just got to be very
Which
straightforward.
game? You guys have the mistake, not me, man. What are you talking about?
And you didn't make it known to anybody. That makes a lot of sense, right?
I point what I found. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm with everybody here.
Yeah, you didn't
Okay.
tell anybody
I'm
about
the
it, though, right?
community. That's why I publish. I put everybody I know.
If I find an issue with
So,
somebody's contract,
did you
if my
see it?
development team finds an issue, I'm going to contact them directly as soon as possible because I don't want them to fail.
You are inside.
And guess
sir.
what? You have this
You
same,
are
you have the same
insider.
responsibility, and I don't
I'm
want
not.
you to think that you don't, because if you find that, why would you not pass that information up?
Check my profile.
Okay, that's what I thought. We should probably move on from this guy.
Right. I think to everyone, Brandon has made an excellent point here. I think it is self-evident. If anybody in the community, a builder or not, finds a problem with a code, please make it very clear to everyone. We can go to the various Titanx channels. We can go to the protocol Telegram group chat itself and raise this as an urgent matter that needs to be dealt with. We can tweet. This is
just to be clear. Say I found after. Okay, I found after
okay. Okay, but still, oh, good. Okay, good. But the point is valid. But that once it is raised, once it's found, it should be raised, and that could really save everyone a lot of pain. But anyway, I think we need to let's move on. We're approaching an hour and a half mark. But that is a very important point that needs to be mentioned. Ali, I think, yeah. Over to you.
I was sitting here listening to this, not even realizing that the space, because the clocks changed here in the UK and Ireland last week. But I missed the first hour.
Yes.
Because it was kind of strange there. I was going, what happened to all the builder updates? Anyway, so I've missed the first hour. Don't really know what's going on. Well said there, Brandon. I don't even know what's been spoke about so far today. Just kind of caught the last few comments there, but look, we've all had something really good, or have something really good going here. Just catching on that, one of the first, we were on a stream with Jake, one of the streams during the week, and we were talking about how we've been so lucky so far, everybody working together, builders working together, community working together, and it has been very, very special so far. It's even why the likes you've seen, even the likes of Brandon coming in lately and wanting to build here. Guys like that are wanting to come here and build because of what we've got. A big thing we were talking about on the stream during the week was just that it's the one thing that's the most important that we need to keep. Things are going to happen. I'm not giving excuses for anybody at all. But things will happen that not within code generally, but just within the community. Things are going to happen. People are going to have differences of opinion, and these differences of opinion, a lot of the time, can lead to people arguing with each other, fighting with each other, and that is one of the main things that we need to make sure that we don't fall into. I've seen it crush other communities. I've seen it crush hard work that people have put in together, and that is just the one thing if have these discussions. And Brandon handled, I've only just caught in here today, but Brandon handled that one extremely well. Everybody is working with the best intentions. Everybody is working together to try and make this special for everybody. So just just picking up what I've listened to so far, I think we've been very lucky to come this far, and let's just keep it going.
Great. And Vision, don't take this personally at all. I think we all can learn. from this. So please don't take this personally. And Ali, apologies that the time, of course, with the time daylight saving, with the clocks moving back in the UK and Europe. You have you have and
I'll
I
have to
think
go
probably
back.
you
I'll have to go
you
back and
have
catch up.
sorry about that, and to everyone who's been impacted as well. Apologies on this, but going forward, yes, we'll continue with this time. I think it's always, of course, a battle to make sure that we can get most of the world in our time, the time that we set. And so, if you look at Asia, and of course in Australia, forget that, because I mean, there's really, but of course, everyone. Just to mention, this will be our time going forward. If you're anywhere in Europe or the Americas, this will be our time going forward. Can I call on 741 and then Duke to share what they have to say?
Yeah, I'm genuinely curious. What is Titanx? I obviously came in towards the end of your show, but I see all these lime green circles, and honestly, it's got me intrigued. I have no idea what this protocol is, and that's what I'm assuming it is. But if you don't mind, could you like sum it up in 30 seconds? Like, you don't have to overshill. I'm just kind of curious. Is this its own chain, or is this a project?
Well, I think I'd want to hand that over to someone. I think we need to borrow Chiz's word. We need a diversity of voices here. So I think, I mean, we've got people in here who could definitely take that. Who wants to take that? Question?
I'll give it a quick thing of what it's actually turned into. An
Okay.
overview of what we've got going on is that we've got an ecosystem of decentralized DeFi protocols that are all working harmoniously together, building on Ethereum. So we're using Ethereum as the layer one, but we're kind of building out our own little, we call it layer one within the layer one. We've got a whole load of trying to come up with a whole suite of different DeFi protocols that can work together, and using Ethereum as the base for it. And the input token, Titanx, is the main input token to participate in the ecosystem. So just like whenever Ethereum began, you had to come in, you wanted to play with all the DeFi protocols, you come in and used Ethereum, and you could participate in all the various DeFi protocols on Ethereum. Well, now we have a little community of builders working together. And there's the easiest way to look at it, there's a new currency, Titanx. And to participate in many of these protocols, you can mine your own Titanx coins or buy them on the market to participate in all these different DeFi protocols. That's a very simple overview.
Great, thanks, Ali. And 741, we have a website that's available by a community member, Kflow, that addresses the basics of Titanx. What is the Titanx ecosystem, and so on. We will be sharing that soon. We'll be sharing that probably within the next couple of days at the latest. So please, I say check on my I'll be sending out a tweet on that. So,
and
thanks for the question.
Probably one thing more to add as well is we have our own market cap site in some ways. It's called titanx.com. Obviously, I'm biased here because I'm the one running it.
Oh, silly boy!
But it's essentially all the protocols who are building on Titanx are listed on the titanx.com. You can check that out there. The principles are try to follow the best principles here, which is obviously number one, security. And so all the projects who are running, they are following strict principles, and one of them is essentially number one is security, because that's one of the most important things. Anybody can build anything, but we want to make it as safe as possible. Sure, 100% security is very hard to achieve, but obviously the goal is to make it as secure as possible. So that's why, like, all the projects you're going to see there, they are going to be having audits, and if something happens, the teams will try to communicate to the market and to just come to conclusion and trying to fix all the issues here. But yeah, that's pretty much from my side, I would say. I think Ali made it good. Said it correctly.
Yeah, Duke. Well, just one more thing that's always been ingrained in the system from the very start. Titanx and all the protocols that launch on Titanx, they have an idea and a principle to launch fairly. So whenever a project gets launched within the Titanx ecosystem, the founders don't get any allocations. There's no insider coins. There's nothing like that. These protocols get launched out into the wild with so that everybody that wants to participate can participate fairly. It's kind of like a fair launch ethos behind everything, that nobody has an advantage over anybody else. The only advantage you could possibly have is maybe doing a little bit more homework than others as to when these projects are launching. But there's a big ethos in the whole ecosystem of fair launch. No ICOs, no founder allocations, all that kind of stuff, and it's all built on that's kind of the cornerstone of everything. Trying to make crypto as fair as it can possibly be for everybody to have an equal opportunity to participate in a project when it launches.
That's great. At 741, I think you really have it all there in a nutshell. If you have any further questions, of course, you can go to the Titanx Telegram group, and you can definitely get your questions answered. Or, of course, we normally have this spaces on a weekly basis. So you're welcome to kind of attend on a regular basis. So great. I think we've got about 25 minutes left here. If there are any other comments that anybody has, please feel free to raise those questions, or if you have any comments, please do come up. We definitely would like to hear you. Great. By the way, I just wanted to make. I don't know. Was it? Don't know who made mention that they were an investor. Probably Johnny said an investor in Lotus. I think we probably would prefer to use the term either a participator or someone who in the ecosystem or within that protocol. I think that probably is a better term. I think because the term investor definitely could really be misconstrued in real and taken in different directions. But of course, that's just a comment from my end. Desk. I see you have your hand up.
Yeah, am I clear? Because sometimes it's hard to know if you're audible or not.
You're loud and clear.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And I came late because the time change did affect me too. I'm like, holy shit, I'm late. Like, when did this start? And then until Ali mentioned the time change, I realized, shoot, I saw this last night. There's a time change, and I totally forgot about it. But yeah. I really love what Brandon just said about Eve, because this is like a community effort. It's not even like this is community effort. I just want to add to that, not add, but just to support that motion. To if anybody in the community finds anything in any project, please reach out to the dev team. It's very important because we're all working together to help this community, and we've been doing well. We cannot catch everything, or there's no way. Sometimes something is gonna slip, through our fingers, and that's the way it is. And then also, I want to mention that Eric, I saw a post that he said that any dev team can come to him for like a security issue, like audit, something like that. I forgot exactly the words that he used, but come to him to ask him question about the security and something like that, and he would be able to work with you, or not work with you, but put you through. But check one of his posts. I forgot how he worded it, but he's willing to help to work with any devs out there to make sure that their contracts are secured to make it safe for the community to participate. Yeah, thanks everyone. I always looking forward to this. But thanks Magdine, everyone. Brandon, yeah, I'm rocking that Morpheus, man. Morpheus to me is like Dragon X when it when it was launched. People downplayed it, and then when it picked up, some people say like, "Oh, it's not fair." No, it is. It's there right now. Everybody can participate. But I guess some people are very used to get that money today in the next hour, but some forgot that you have to play that delay gratification to get what you need.
Yeah, thank
Which
you for
we
the
all,
kind word.
some of us, including me, we play with Dragon X that way, including a lot of us. And today, the story is different. Like everybody's smiling. So, yeah, guys, learn how to wait, learn how to participate, and have that delayed, and you may make best out of it. Not as financial advice, but it's working for me, and I'm just speaking what is working for me. Yeah. Thanks everyone for this. This space is always awesome. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, Desk. Well said. Someone said, and I read this somewhere in a tweet somewhere, where the Titanx ecosystem really is a game of a strategy. So you compare that to the rest of the crypto world, where you have it mainly really gambling and flying in the dark. You never know what you'd get. I think the structure of the Titanx ecosystem has sort of de-risked this industry, of course, within the space that we occupy, to such an extent that really skill is really what's brought now to bear. And if you have that skill, you're able to you're good at strategy. This is a business of strategy, and less gambling. There's really no other way of putting it. So, Desk, you're right, definitely. Are there any other questions? Any other comments? We've got I think we've got 20 minutes. We will be wrapping up. Okay, I think whilst we wait, I think I hear. Does someone want to say something? Is that
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was listening very closely to Dest earlier. This is James, by the way, C-Bar, not Zebra, but you can call me Zebra if you want. So Eric, from what I recall on the post, was before you do your dev selection, before you do your auditor selection, reach out to Eric. He's got a great network. He's had terrific experiences with different auditors and devs. So I believe that may have been the tweet you were referring to, Des. Eric puts out a lot of tweets, so I don't know, but I think that may have been what you had read, because I just read that one pretty recently myself. And because we built on Baby Dragon X built on Dragon X initially, he knows what he's talking about. He absolutely does. So I'm going to have to second his notions.
Great. EPs, over to you. EPs, go ahead. EPs, I don't know if you can hear me. You can go ahead. Well, I don't think EPs can hear me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Maybe tell him he needs to turn his mic on.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes.
Oh, great. I'm very happy to speak first time in the Titanx space. I'm a first day miner, and I want to congratulate everybody on this special endeavor on the blockchain. And my question is, you mentioned there was some problem with the contract of Flux. Can you explain that?
So sorry, that was my error. I meant to say Lotus, and I thought I did say Flux, but I mean I wasn't quite sure. Thanks for raising that. Again, that was my error. There's nothing wrong with Flux. I meant to say Lotus.
And what was the problem with Lotus? If you could explain shortly.
Okay. just to say very quickly, there was a problem with the calculations of the staking payouts. That's
yes,
really
I
it.
saw that myself. It mentioned like $200 worth of Lotus, and then it becomes $5.
Okay, no, so you're aware of the issue, and it's being handled by the team. So if you're interested, which I believe you are, in finding out how the team will be handling the issue, there is going to be an announcement in about I think 6 hours and 15 minutes. Or thereabout. And so, yeah, we're all going to, of course, we're all looking forward to the announcement. I think the team have mentioned that they have good news, and I think we'll leave it at that for now. I think we've dealt with that already. We've already dealt with that at the beginning.
Great. And one more question about the foundation and like connecting Titanx ecosystem to the kind of real world, or like as you mentioned before, to build a kind of foundation. I would be very interested to work together, as I'm myself working with NG, my own foundation, since over 25 years. And I don't know who I could talk to.
Okay.
You, or who would be in charge of putting something together with the foundation.
Okay. Well, thanks again for expressing your interest. As you know, this is a very decentralized community, and that one of the with all the positives of having a decentralized community, one of the challenges really is kind of reaching a decision and taking that decision and executing it. So yes, it has been mentioned here about this foundation, the Titanx Foundation, that is legally sort of set up with clear objectives, and of course, well, if you like, a suggestion as to how that foundation will be funded. That definitely, I sort of addressed earlier, but by no means is that a decision. It was just something being put out there that would hope to just sort of formulate and eventually, hopefully, we'll have a Titanx Foundation with clear objectives and a mission, and one that the community would support. So I will say, could you participate? You could share your experience as as one who has a foundation for over 25 years, if I heard you correctly. Continue to participate here. Join the Titanx Telegram group and the other Titanx related Telegram groups. Understand the community more, understand Titanx better, and what it proposes to do. And I think armed with that knowledge, you can definitely contribute more to what the proposed foundation can achieve. Now, for instance, I don't know which part of the world you are in. If there is a conference in your part of the world, or where you live,
in Switzerland.
In Switzerland, fine, and we needed someone to represent Titanx at that conference in, say, Switzerland, and you definitely have demonstrated a good and sufficient understanding of the ecosystem and what it is about. You could probably speak there and be funded to do so. This is just putting it out there, but that phase of our growth is fast approaching, and we definitely would have to deal with that. But anyway, I think I'm going on and on about this. Thanks for raising that piece. Please continue to participate in the community, and we'll keep this conversation going.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Glenn, hey, I just wanted to, you had alluded to the Lotus, and I thought you said 6 hours and 15 minutes. I just wanted to clarify, because what I had understood previous was it was in an hour and 15. I could be off as well. So
I may be wrong, but it says it's 8 a.m. Sorry, is it
8 p.m. UTC?
8 p.m. UTC, yeah. Okay. Let's see. When is that? I mean, I'll stand corrected easily if I am wrong. Let's
I believe
see.
it's 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I think they said that it was
Okay. Okay.
4 p.m. Eastern Standard.
You're correct. You're correct. So everyone has stand corrected, and in that case, it's just about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay. So thank you. Is that Crypto Awesome? Or who? But anyway, thanks for mentioning.
How's it going?
Yeah. Great. Yes. Not bad. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I just jumped on late. I just want to say, I missed you guys, and I'm now done shooting the movie, so I'm going to be much more active in everything. So, anyways, I'm just everything's doing really great with Awesome X, and there's a ton of protocols being built on top of it now, and I'm just really blessed to be doing this with you guys. And now we want to do a 24-hour stream coming up, so I think we're going to do it around the launch of Awesome V and the Pillars. So it's going to be coming up soon. It might be me and Crypto Audi King that are going to host it. And then we're just going to allow, everybody can be involved if you guys want. But I just kind of want to go all in and do a sweet 24-hour stream coming up around the Awesome V launch.
Great. Thanks for the update. Is that it?
That's it. Thanks, guys.
Great.
Proud to be here.
Yeah. Thanks again. Okay, I think we are now going to have to. It seems Mask is back. Mask, over to you before we move on to the last, segment, which will be wrapping up. Yeah, over to you, Mask.
What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm back. Phone died. So just want to give an update on Dragon X. Eric's not here, or has he been here? I don't know. But either way, so just want to give you an update on what's going on in Dragon X, the most awesomest protocol in the ecosystem. No offense to the other protocols, we're just the best. With that being said, Eric is Titan Farms is running smooth. We got I think Lotus and another one, I think. Give me a second. Okay, Hydra and Dragon X, ETH and Titan X, the ORX protocol plus Tink, and Luna and Bolt. So all those are running smoothly. Check out the Titan X farm. It's titanxfarm.win. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. Check out the percentages of what you can get in Tink by adding your liquidity to the farm and getting Tink in return. Those are the stats for that. As far as the next protocol Eric's talking about, he hasn't came out yet, but he's coming up with a new protocol. Details on it are limited. Hydra, look at the Hydra's running well. Look at the ratios on it as far as what you get back in return. Just want to let you know that Hydra is connected to Dragon X and its kingdom. And that's it. Like, everything's kind of running smoothly. Eric is just like posting like updates on what's going on in the ecosystem. Shout out to all the other ecos. Shout out to Element 280. I see what you guys are doing. I'm personally loving that. Shout out to Morpheus. Shout out to Baby Dragon X. I see y'all pump the specifics I see on you guys, and you guys are pushing that marketing to the fullest. I see it in everything, almost everything. Even if y'all in the comments, y'all are there. I see it. Just want to let you recognize that I see it. Mike Dean, man, I see you pushing it hard too, bro, with the Titan X hub and who you're conglomerating with. My fault about that word as far as the pronunciation of it. But yeah, bro, congratulations on that. Like, how did they? I'll ask that later. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, what kind of brought that about? I'm very interested in what brought that about. Let me see. Halo, shout out to Halos. I see what y'all doing. Bolt, you're still up there, bro. Bolt, I see what y'all doing. and continue doing what you're doing. The next protocol is Lotus. To the individuals of Lotus, do not be like dismayed by a mistake. Mistakes happen. Things happen. Like, and from what I've seen in your streams, you showing your face. Like you kind of know what's going on. Like you've been open, you've been streaming, like throughout the whole time since I've seen it. People just get discouraged because they got PTSD of being rugged and being mistreated. But as far as the ecosystem itself, Titanx ecosystem, like everything that has ever happened that didn't happen on anyone's personal watch, like as far as the ecosystem has been taken care of. Like has been either they've been giving their money back. And so, but also people that are investing in Titanx, we got to understand that stuff like this happens. Like we just can't go off on a random tantrum without knowing like the details of it. And some people were literally dropping FUD. Concerns I can understand. Like, hey, what's going on? What's happening here? But it's a way to word things and how to say them to show your concern versus, hey, I'm trying to get clout for my clicks. Titanx is this, and you're holding a green circle. That just threw me off a little bit. You know what I mean? That, hey, you're holding the thing like you should. Now, don't get me wrong. The truth should be out there. Hey, listen, there was an issue with Lotus, et cetera, but it's being fixed. But anything outside of that, like you bashing the ecosystem, you have a whole green circle on your logo, or like you're a mod. Not saying that mods were doing this. That shouldn't be happening. That's just my personal take on it. And I heard something from Brandon. I think that was Brandon talking about building a Dex. That's dope as fuck. That's real dope. I think, and just some thoughts. I don't know if he's here or if somebody can get this to him. Whatever token the Dex uses or the aggregator uses, giving a percentage of that to the token holders, that would be a great utility. Like a stupid, unbelievable utility. So that first that'll get the individuals to hold their tokens, and the people that getting profits from the DEX or the aggregator. And you know what I'm saying? You know how to, as far as the ratios of percentage, you know how to do it well enough to where it's beneficial and valuable to the people that's holding, but also not detrimental to your project. So I think that's dope. If anybody can do that, I think that would be a strong indication of like, just like what Element 280 is doing. Like I see people like buying, holding, and then they're adding a tax to it. Another thing I would like to say before I go, give me like another minute, maybe 30 seconds. Don't be afraid to add taxes to your buys, burns, and transfers. Like I see a lot of you not doing that. And as far as the ecosystems, don't be afraid to do that. I understand that some people might not like that. But as far as buying, selling, transferring, as long as you're putting that buy, sell, and transfer to good use, as when you're taxing, and it's like reasonably orchestrated to where it's going, people don't mind paying a tax. And then it makes people want to get into your ecosystem more because of that, because you're taxing everything and it's going either to the holders or to the LP pool or something like that. Please don't be afraid of taxing people, regardless of what people are saying. Like, because that, I think taxes alone, I think taxes, a reasonable tax based on your ecosystem will definitely benefit it. That's it.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thanks. I think definitely the point is taken. I think we're now going to start wrapping up. We've got, I say, we to our builders, we would like to have your final remarks. Before that, I think we could look at the tweet that we have here. I think we could treat this as the tweet of the week, and that is cow swap integration coming to Titanx Hub soon. That would really introduce another level of convenience to the Titanx experience. Great. On that note, I'd like to hand over to Ali to give us his final remarks. And please, I mean, let's use 5 minutes for all our builders. So I say, 30 seconds each, and that should sort of come up to about 5 minutes or less. So Ali, over to you.
Yeah. So yes, so saying about how awesome the ecosystem is, I just want to give a shout out to Trader Lee and Sal Vega. Two people that have been in the community for a long time, have come up with an absolutely amazing protocol. Where they're working with Accelerate to bring a new project, Ascendant, to the Titanx ecosystem. These guys have been, they're really, really smart. They know all the protocols in the ecosystem inside out. Listening to them talk about and the way they built their protocol, they're just, stand-up community members that know all the protocols inside out. So I just want to give a shout out to them, and that they're stepped up and that they're building and adding to the ecosystem. Have a great week, everybody.
Great, thanks, Ali. Morpheus, over to you. Final remarks. Okay, whilst we wait for Morpheus, I will say, Crypto Awesome, your final remarks?
Yeah, so AwesomeX is doing great. I mean, just remember, it's basically a new input token, and there are so many protocols launching that are about to use AwesomeX as the input token. So it's still really great ratios. Right now, I mean, I think we're going to be, next Friday is going to be 2.49 Titanx, or 2.49 AwesomeX for one Titanx. So we have Draco coming, that's already in dev, that's built on Hydra, an infinite mining loop. And then we have the AwesomeX hybrids that are coming in November. We also have some really cool mechanics that are happening on another NFT hybrid that's on AwesomeX. And then we have Awesome V that's coming as one of the pillars that's going to use AwesomeX to mint. So, this time I'm stacking my AwesomeX and at these really great ratios, so I could use them for all these protocols. But anyways, it's doing really great. So thank you everybody for who've been involved and making it successful.
Thanks, Crypto Awesome. Morpheus, I think we have 30 seconds. Yeah, thanks.
Let's go. Yeah, shout out to you for setting this up once again. It's freaking amazing. The attention is awesome. I want to say, support what you like. We've created an amazing theme park here, and it doesn't matter which token you choose, you support the ecosystem. So just engage with what you like. You can't be in everything. You don't have to be in everything. Just support what you like, engage, and let's build our future together.
Thanks a lot. Well said. Dude, over to you. We've got 30 seconds as well. Thank you.
Yeah, Element 280 minting is ending forever in less than 6 days. Please join our Telegram if you've got any additional questions. And we are adding Morpheus as we speak to the LP manager. We've already added Pulsar, Ouroboros, Lotus to them as well. So for your NFT holders looking to do something with your rewards, you can now pair them with your favorite token, add them to the LP tax-free, and earn fees on those. And by doing so, you're helping thicken up the liquidity, which helps arbitrage bots create more volume, which in turn creates more taxes and revenue for NFT holders. So yeah, thanks for coming on out.
Thank you, dude. It's a nice summary. Yeah, James, over to you. James? Okay.
Yep, I was just clicking through there. So every time dude talks about Element 280, I have to stop by the deck screener and look at all the volume that runs through Element 280 with BDX. So it's fantastic. I mean, it varies from 50,000 to 150,000 a day. So I mean that's just BDX. That's just one. So the liquidity webs, these exotic pairs, are working very well. It's just insane how the R bots are really jumping in there. They've got plenty to choose from. So the rest of my 20 seconds, I would say, November 5th, I believe that's election day in America. So November 5th, go on out, do your voting and all that, and jump on the stream. We're going to start a stream 1 hour early. anyone is invited on there. You know, whether you are a community member or whether you are a streamer or whether you're a founder. We're not gonna put any guard post or guide post up. If you want to speak, we'd love you to speak. Of course, right at the right at the launch time. Of course, I'll disappear for a little while and go off with the dev and make sure. But we've already deployed the contracts, by the way. Contracts are deployed. Mint page is up. Go on over there, pop your wallet in there, see how much your minting bonus is going to be. Even if you didn't mint Baby Dragon X before, take a look at what Scale is going to do. So thanks for everyone's time and have a great week ahead.
Thank you. Thanks, James. Mike.
So finally, we got McKinsey to have the green circle. So that's what I wanted to say. One of the things, and also shout out to Zebra launching Scale. It's coming up soon. The countdown is on Titanx Hub live right now. I hope you're gonna have not so high fees this time. Like you remember with Baby Dragon X, I think Zebra remembers exactly how things went down back then when he was.
Yeah. Well, guess what though, Mike? I mean, Mike Dean, we have a plan in place already. Gwei has been hovering around. No, Gwei has been hovering 3 to 5 to 9, but we are ready for it.
No.
Back then we were poor.
Gentlemen, we will have a cutoff of
No worries,
really
James.
a rough cutoff right in a minute. So
No worries,
yeah, Mike, carry on.
Anyway, I was just saying,
Yeah.
like James, I was just saying the moment, like back then we were Dragon X, but that's all good. And I want to talk just a few moments here to talk about the vision on Titanx Hub. And as you guys know, we started showing off just the list of upcoming and launch projects. And then soon after, I launched the privacy-friendly portfolio tracker focused on the Build on Titanx ecosystem projects. So I think that's working very well, and a lot of people are liking that, and they're using that. And soon enough, also the Titanx Hub Premium was introduced. And by the way, thank you to all the subscribers. And now swaps within Titanx Hub will be integrated. And to be exact, CowSwap will be integrated into the swaps. And I've just also pinned the tweet there as well. It's already working. It has been working for quite some time, but I just was busy with some other stuff. And probably you could ask yourself, like, why CowSwap? It's actually one of my favorite ones. And it's the only DEX which can give you a surplus on your swaps due to their Dutch auction architecture they're using. And all the swaps are MEV protected. And you're leveraging something which has been around for many years and has no incidents whatsoever up to now. So CowSwap, I think, is a very great, and it's going to be a very great addition into the Titanx Hub. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll let you guys know. I'll tweet out something once that goes live. But I'm looking really forward to that. I have some great ideas how some of the things we can do with that CowSwap. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Mike, and thanks to everyone who participated. You've made this really what it is. It's just, if not, then we would simply not be able to enjoy these sessions. Let me just end by saying apologies again for any confusion caused. Please do note the corrections that I made earlier. I meant to say Lotus, not Flux, and it is 8 p.m. UTC time for the Lotus updates. That will be in less than 2 hours. So thank you again. And on that note, I'll say have a great week ahead. And we'll do it again next week. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thanks. Cheers, all.
Great. Thank you.